Let's talk about brake repairs. The right way to do them, the cost-effective way to do them, and the rip-offs. First of all, when do I replace my pad? Let's go over that first. This pad right here is just off your average mid-sized car. It's worn out. The thickness on this pad is as thick as the top of this pen right here, which is 1 millimeter. And that's the time we need to put other pads on. A lot of people will sell you pads when you've got this much. See the yellow here? That thickness. That thickness. This is kind of a rip-off unless the person comes and says, your pads don't need to be replaced right now. They're low, but if you want us to do it, we can. That's fine. Some people don't want to come back in 6 months and get it done. But this is the thickness of your pad when it's time for replacement. Right there. Not much. 1 millimeter. When you look at the pad, it's as thick as this is right here. Not very thick. This is a new pad. When you put a new one on, you got a whole lot. Probably bigger than this thing will even read. Let's see, let's go with this one here. That looks like about it. And we're talking about, is it 10 millimeters? We're talking about 10 millimeters of thickness. So your new pad's got around 10 millimeters. Your pad, when it's gone, has 1 millimeter. Now, the different kind of brake jobs, it's very, very common to be sold ones that aren't needed. But when you do need them, you have your choice about what kind of pad do I want to put on my car? Do I want to machine my rotors, or do I want to replace my rotors? Well, if your car is relatively new, there's no pulsation whatsoever, and you want to do an economical brake job, you can just put on a set of pads. Most pads range between $35 and $60 for a standard pad. You don't need to use a high-end pad unless you're doing towing, excessive braking, have a commercial vehicle. So you can use a pad, and the economy or the mid-range pad will work. So there are some noise issues that come into cost. Sometimes you want to spend some more money to avoid having your pad make noise. The rotors should be machined. If there's any groove or any pulsation, they should be machined or replaced. Many times the cost of replacement rotors is close to the same price as buying new rotors. New rotors are as cheap as $35 now and as expensive as $80 or $90. So that's a choice you have to make when you talk to the person. That's about it for brakes. Be careful, don't get ripped off.